but we have more work to do before then. Be at Decatur Central at Bloomington South on Thursday. And then Saturday be at the Natatorium for boys swimming and diving state championships.
Defensively, and shuffles his feet to start. Now, again, Phil Spiljarek and his Red Devils take each possession, get a good shot.
Starters back for both. Hogan, Teague, Smith, Strickland, and Smith for Pike. Put it on Ferguson instead. That's the team's first. Teague on the wing will back it out and reset the offense. Third quarter action just underway, 35-28 LN. Nice pass inside. Kristen Smith elevates and finishes in double figures with 11.
Yeah, again, take a little more time. Make an extra pass, take some time, get the good shot, but you got to be able to finish it.
Three-pointer back the other way by Taylor is long.
So, again, here you see, now you cut it to 5. You scored your first 2 possessions. Just be smart, take some time. Don't try to do too much.
His team second, by the way. Shot partially blocked. Bass tries to gather it in. It's tapped into the hands of Teague. He'll float it up. Somebody grabbed the wrist, no call. Van Treese slaps it away and gets it into the hands of Ryan Taylor.
See, who's the guy who just keeps it alive? It's Van Treese. Who's the guy that makes the pass? It's Van Treese. He does those little things.
Ferguson, little shot fake. Strong finish. Dominic Ferguson with 9.
And who's the guy who can finish?
They have several who can. But that particular time was Dominic Ferguson.
A great pass, great delivery by Teague.
Good look, a little out of control on the drive to the bucket by Chandler Thomas.
And he knew he was going to
cleans it off.
He knew he was going to get some contact.
37-30, LN with the lead and the 7-point advantage. 6 to go in the third stanza. Ball knocked away from behind. Ferguson wanted the 3, but quick hands by Teague knock it away.
Didn't see Teague behind him.
Van Treese floats it from 12, throws up an air ball, out of bounds long. It'll go to Pike.
Decatur Central.
Guy that taught me how to drive at Monrovia High School many, many moons ago.
We have him to blame for that.
First guy to put me on a microphone, did the PA for the Bulldogs.
We really do. We do have him to blame for a lot of things.
Teague drives, can't finish. Ball knocked out of bounds, saved in deep. Great play.
Numbers.
Martin pulls up from 16 and finishes. Double digits for Martin with 10.
Well, Martin and Taylor, you got those guys on the wing, Mark, who are long, can shoot it, can defend. It's just, it's set up that way, Mark. But you know what? Crazy things happen. It's going to be a spectacular tournament. That sectional is both deep, can have tremendous go-to type players. It's a ball game where if there's an advantage, it might be Lawrence North a little stronger inside. How about the play? How about the patient offense to get a nice look out of the timeout?
Christian Smith to Chandler Thomas. Thomas with his first 2, 39-32. Lawrence North. Van Treese open baseline, gives it up to Ferguson. Dominic loses it on the floor, gets it right back, has to jump through, and Hogan's first, team's first.
They get a huge boost. They did in the first half.
Ferguson thought about the 3, kicks to Bass instead.
Well, you need to know where he is. You need to honor him because he knocked one down earlier in that first half off transition. A little secondary break, had a great clean look.
Martin gets a screen, makes the pass inside.
Great defense
there with quick
Teague
hands.
Just got the stop.
Hogan, the kick and the 3. Thrown up a little short.
The ball in his hands, he does those other things.
Teague has been relatively quiet so far in this half. He had 7 at the intermission. Baseline drive in the corner, out of control, gets it back, throws it up in traffic off the back of the iron, taps his own rebound up, and tough turn of events for Chandler Thomas. In transition comes Justin Martin, threads the needle to Van Treese. He has to get rid of it because he's about to walk out of bounds, and Pike has it in transition.
Well, just got too deep on the pass, no place to go, and a little sloppy for Lawrence North right now. Not really sharp during this stretch. A lot of that clearly the result of Pike's tremendous intensity to play was Anthony White, who you need to find him, know where he is, because he can put it on the deck in a hurry.
So now if you're Pike, you're within 4 now at 39-35.
You've got a little pressure, a little 1-2-2, 1-2-2, or 2-2-1, a little trap when you can.
Bass, a dangerous pass, gathered in by Martin, and we have a bump down low. Third on Chandler Thomas, by the way. Bass will reset the offense. 3 minutes to play in the third. Taylor, the kick of the corner. Bass all alone for the three. Throws it up way short. Big bump and a foul on Van Treese. 39-35, 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Pike with the basketball. They trail it by 4. They trailed it 35-28 at halftime. Where was that pass going?
Well, it was going to Chandler Thomas because he thought he was going to take an extra step out.
I don't know how you missed Michael Chandler, though.
Right. Well, you always tell kids, throw it to where the kid is, not where you think he's going to be.
Ball knocked.
By possession. Oh, my.
Oh, boy, how do you forget about Dominique Ferguson?
Well, he just slipped the screen and stepped in and had a great move.
He has 11 now.
And how
back
about
the other way
to
the finish.
Get to the other end.
Chandler's second, and most importantly, the 6th team
foul.
foul.
2-2-1
Teague is
at
good
the three-quarter court.
on the free throw with 10, and it's 41-38.
Now take him down the side, try and get your trap.
On the homepage, that's IHSAAsports.org.
Yeah,
41-38.
You want to listen to Indiana Sports Talk, too, because I will interview that student-athlete every month.
Nice pass inside,
Great play.
rejected by Ferguson. Simmons checked in during the stoppage and play and couldn't finish. Martin in transition is fouled, I believe, by Simmons.
In that case.
Deep lob into Alonzo Bass. Little bump by Teague. Bass goes to the left elbow. Ferguson spins away from the defense. Throws it hard off the glass. Chandler with a rebound. Blocked away from behind. Kept alive. Into the hands of Taylor. He has it blocked. Gets his own rebound back, and we have a foul underneath.
Great effort. Boom.
Quick inbounds to Ferguson and one. Free throw on the way is good.
You could look at it from the standpoint of inbound, out-of-bounds plays have provided the margin right now for Lawrence North. If you wanted to break it down that finely, they have.
6-point advantage for Lawrence North. Teague wants to go. Kicks it in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Floater rolls around and in. That's a sweet touch by Christian Smith, who has 13.
Well, again, it's that guy in the corner who catches it and puts it on the deck quickly.
Martin to Chandler.
Oh, yeah.
Finishing one. 10 sophomore Isaac Pike.
But it's also allowed Lawrence North to get a little bit of transition going and it's allowed them to get some hoops. But you got to continue to put pressure on them. They've already bumped it to 7.
Nice look down low. Can't finish it. Tapped up. Controlled by Ferguson. Throws it in. Third foul on Van Treese. That is the 17th foul.
Pike just keeps hanging in there, making plays. Still into 2-2-1 at three-quarter court.
10 for Anthony White off the bench. The lead back to 5 for LN. Van Treese in transition. Taylor. Bass swings it around to Martin. His 3. No. Rebound controlled long to Teague. Teague doesn't have numbers, but that won't stop him. Free throw line again. No good. Missed on the one and the bonus. The lead stays at 5. Lawrence North with the basketball. Van Treese in a hurry up the floor. Offensive foul. Under a minute to play now. Pike down by 5 at 47-42. Could use a positive possession here at the close of the third quarter. Hogan, Teague and company playing pitch and catch out high. Marcus, lots of dribbling. Now they'll swing it around the perimeter.
Well, they'll get back to Teague and let him do what he needs to do again.
Lawrence North not letting them relax, though.
No. But you got to find Marcus Teague with about 10 or 12 seconds on the clock and let him get something going.
Now they'll settle the defense a little bit. Philip Hogan, clock down to 8 seconds. Hogan to White. White finds some room. The kick in the corner. Three-pointer at the buzzer. A little short. Christian Smith had a good look. That shot off. We have played 3 quarters of basketball. The Pike Red Devils are hanging around. Your score, 47-42, Lawrence North.